Looks like One More has made a pact this year to make wireless editions of its very popular wired earphones. 2019 is going to be the year of wireless for One More. You know what? I recently reviewed the One More Triple Driver BT, which is a wireless variant of its very popular One More Triple Driver earphones. Loved by the critics, loved by the audiophiles, everyone. And now we have this One More stylish dual dynamic driver BT, which are again the wireless variant of its popular wired counterpart. Looking at the marketing around these wireless earphones, I think that these earphones are actually marketed at the fashion conscious, more upmarket youth, primarily because this is available in this interesting midnight black color, which is actually very staid, but it is also available in a rose pink color. Now, one thing we know about One More is that the sound quality is always really good. Is that true for the One More stylish dual dynamic driver BT? Okay, it's a really long name. I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to call it stylish BT for the rest of the review. So is it true for the One More stylish BT? Is the sound quality that good? That's what I'm going to test out in this review. I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone. Let's get down to a full review of the One More stylish dual driver dual dynamic. Never mind. But before we move on, we love doing earphone reviews for you guys at Mr. Phone. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever we put out an awesome new tech video. So now coming to the design of the One More stylish BT, one of the things I noticed is that unlike the One More Triple Driver BT, which had a little bit of metal in the design, this one has no metal whatsoever. It's got this soft silicone neckband which blends into this plastic sound chambers. Now the wires actually extend from these sound chambers and they feel fairly thick, and it looks like they will actually take a little bit of a tug and a pull and can last a long time. Now, one of the things that is conspicuously missing from the One More stylish BT is the fact that there are no magnets to actually clang them on together. Even something like the Realme Buds, which cost like $500, has it. So I think that any neckband earphones should by default come with those magnetic clasps. So that sort of is missing on the One More stylish BT. Now, as for the rest of the design, the wires actually connect these earphone housings. These housings are also made of very tough plastic, and the shape of these housings are such that, you know, they look like a cylinder connected to a saucer. Now, if I remove these silicone ear tips, you can actually see that clearly, a cylinder connected to a saucer connected to another tube pipe. Now, talking about these silicone housings themselves, the silicone tips themselves, they are very unique. They've got 2 layers to them, and I don't know if you can actually get aftermarket comply foam tips for these or any sort of foam tips for these. Those might be tough to come by. But one of the problems of actually having this cylindrical shape on the rear, which houses the 2 drivers, by the way, is the fact that if you're actually wearing them inside a bike helmet, which I know a lot of people do and they shouldn't, but if you do, then they'll be really uncomfortable. In fact, you won't be able to put your helmet on and they won't secure in tightly. And apart from that, if you're lying down on the bed with these, then, you know, it's gonna get really uncomfortable again as well. Now, while reviewing these, I found that getting the right fit for these tips are extremely important. Now, when I took these earphones out of the box, the default tips were actually smaller for my ears, and, you know, as a result, the bass response was actually missing. Now, once I got a larger tip and it actually inserted into my ears completely, that's when I heard the proper bass response that is possible from the One More stylish BT. Now, coming back to the soft silicone neckband, they are what actually makes these earphones very lightweight and comfortable to wear for long hours. They're just around 23.4 grams, and, you know, around the neck, they feel very comfortable, very easy to wear, and you know, I could actually listen to music for 5 hours at a stretch without ever worrying about them being around my neck. In fact, comfort should be the middle name for the One More stylish dual dynamic driver BT. Actually, you know what, let's not add more names. And also, using soft silicone in the construction means that it actually becomes really bendable, and you can, you know, put them in your pocket very easily. I mean, it's not a problem. You can just do this and it just goes inside your pocket. That's not a problem at all. So that makes it bendable. It can go in your jeans pocket as well. And unlike the really horrendous red silicone case that you get with the OnePlus Bullets Wireless, you actually get a pretty decent case with these earphones. they're easy to carry around, and they're fairly comfortable to hold these earphones. So coming to these earphones, they have a micro USB port and not a Type-C port, which actually is present on the OnePlus Bullets Wireless, and the more expensive One More triple driver BT. Now coming to the button layout, you get them on the left sound chamber. You've got this power button, and then you've got this volume rocker as well. The volume rocker also doubles up as the previous and the next song. Now what I like specifically about this layout is the fact that One More has gone one step ahead and actually made clear legible markings in white for each one of these functions. And apart from that, as you can see out here, there is left marked clearly. Similarly, there's right marked clearly on the sound chamber as well. That is very vital, because sometimes on certain earphones you have to use a microscope to actually find out what is left and what is right. Now to talk a little bit about the battery, One More claims, just like the triple driver BT, that this also comes with fast charging support, which means that you charge it for 10 minutes and you get at least 3 hours of playback. And you know what, I actually got around 2.5 hours of playback, 2 hours 45 minutes of playback at 70% volume. So that is actually very true, so that I'm really glad about it. And the overall battery life of 6 hours is actually better than the One More triple driver BT, and it sort of lasts that long as well. So I'm really glad about the battery performance on this. Obviously there are earphones that actually give you sometimes 7-8 hours as well, but 6 hours is not bad enough. It's actually pretty good. As for the rest of the specs, before we go to the sound quality, this supports Bluetooth version 4.2 with only the SBC codec. There is no support for aptX, aptX HD or LDAC, which is a big letdown in my opinion, because aptX seriously improves the sound quality, LDAC even more, but even aptX support would have been nice. So there's no aptX support, so you're stuck only with SBC support. And apart from that, One More also claims that this can go up to 30 meters of playback without losing Bluetooth connection when you walk around the house. But there shouldn't be any obstruction as such. That claim is also kind of true. 30 meters, it sort of does not lose Bluetooth connection. Now, one of the things I realized after doing earphones videos is that a lot of people might not understand the terms. So I'll put a audio glossary down below that you guys can actually check in the description. So go check it out for all the terms that I'm talking about, and then you can understand what I'm talking about as well and make your inferences on the basis of that. Now coming to the sound quality, the One More stylish BT actually first of all offers great passive noise isolation. I couldn't hear anybody in my office when they were talking. Now talking about the sound signature of the One More stylish BT, it is definitely a U-shaped sound with a lot of emphasis on the bass and the treble. Now one of the things I noticed about this though is that the mid-bass attack is a lot more pronounced on the One More dual dynamic driver BT compared to the sub-bass attack or the lower end of that spectrum. For example, in a sound like J. Paul's BT STU, you guys should listen to that song. It's got a lot of low rumbles and sub-bass sounds. The entire song actually has only very, very low sub-bass sounds, and the attack is sort of missing on this, the kind of weight that I would have expected from the sound. And you know what, in a song like Undone by Spaces, there is this very prominent mid-bass attack, and the One More stylish BT definitely doesn't disappoint with respect to that attack. You know what though, I actually listened to this song specifically to test the treble performance, because the shimmer in the intro is actually very good for indicating how a pair of earphones can perform, and the treble performance on the One More stylish BT is actually pretty good, and it is probably one of the best you can find in this price range on a wireless earphone. My only concern with the One More stylish BT, and like I said, because it is a U-shaped sound, is that the mids don't have that much attack or that much weight or gravitas that I would have actually liked from a pair of earphones like these. For example, in Jacob Collier's Hideaway, which is a wonderfully produced track with a lot of elements around, one of the things that I missed is the fact that Jacob's voice is sort of not as prominent, and it gets slightly muffled in all of the other instrument sounds that are playing. No, not that the attack is bad or not that the mids are bad. It is just not as prominent. I would have liked a slightly better mids performance, but it's nonetheless not too bad. Now, such kind of sound signature is actually frowned upon in the audiophile community. I know that for a fact. This is a fun and engaging sound. Oh my god, how can it be fun and engaging? It has to be neutral. Well, to be honest, the One More stylish BT actually has something for the audiophiles too, because it has got great details, great clarity and tonality on offer. The imaging is excellent. The sound staging is actually not that bad for a pair of earphones. but the imaging especially is really good on these earphones, and I kind of loved it. And you know what? That's what sets apart the One More Stylish PT from similar sounding products from Beats or Skull Candy, which sound a lot muffled, and the clarity and the details are actually missing. And that was expected from One More, because One More sound quality is actually very good. But I know for a fact that the signature might not actually suit everyone. For somebody who's looking for a neutral sound signature and somebody who listens to a lot of jazz or classical genres, they're not gonna like the One More Stylish Driver PT. Having said that, if you listen to a lot of electronic or a lot of hip hop or modern day pop, you're gonna find the sound very exciting, and I do listen to those kind of songs once in a while, and that actually makes for a big amount of the population. I know that for a fact because you guys are bass loving people. So for that performance, I think the One More Stylish PT actually is pretty good. Now, coming to the flaws in these earphones, and the flaws are actually prominent, is the fact that there is no support for haptics. Again, I'm saying that, and I'm not really a fan of the fact that there's no support for haptics. Similarly, the call quality on the One More dual dynamic driver stylish dual dynamic, okay, whatever the name is actually subpar. I couldn't hear the person on the other end clearly on this. For some odd reason, the call quality was worse than what you get on the speaker pieces or the earphone pieces on the phone itself. It wasn't that great. I am slightly disappointed with that. So one of the other things that are missing from the Stylish PT is the fact that it doesn't come with any IP certification or any claims of it being sweatproof. So if you're actually somebody who's a gym nut or likes to do a lot of running with headphones or earphones, then this won't work for you. Now, should you buy the One More dual dynamic stylish dual dynamic style? The name is definitely a mouthful, and I'm just going to call it Stylish PT. Should you buy the Stylish PT? Well, yes, you should. If you want a pair of neckband style of earphones that are bass heavy and sound great for modern day music, then the One More Stylish PT actually makes a lot of sense. And you know what? At rupees 4,999, that actually is going to last only till February 5th, actually makes for a good pre-order buy, and that price is great. And at that price, it's actually going against something like the OnePlus Bullets Wireless, and I think that these definitely sound better than the OnePlus Bullets Wireless. But when you look at the actual sticker price, which is rupees 7,499 if I'm not mistaken, now that price actually puts it against the league of the RHA MA650. Now those earphones, my friends, are neutral, they sound good, they don't offer a lot of bass, but they are great audiophile grade earphones, and a lot of people actually like those earphones. So this might be a tough sell for One More when you're looking at the RHA MA650. Having said that, these are not bad. The only problem with these is that they are actually fun sounding. Yeah, fun sounding is a problem in the audiophile circles. I know that for a fact. So that is the only issue. It's a U-shaped sound that people might not prefer. But you know what? It is a fun sound. It is an exciting sound that a lot of people might actually like. I think I'm going to actually replace my OnePlus Bullets Wireless, which is around the 5K price range, with these, because they definitely sound better than them. So what do you guys think about the One More Stylish PT? Do let us know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Ershad from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye.